It's me, One Gorgeous Godzilla, and I'm making this video in response to one that I saw recently from Less of Sarah titled, Why Do We Make Videos? If you're one of the few people who hasn't seen the original video or caught any of the responses to that video from various people within the weight loss surgery community, I'm going to go ahead and attach a link to that particular video below in the info box. But for those of you who haven't seen the video, let me give you a quick and brief summary. In that particular video, Sarah was discussing, I guess, things that she's noticed, or a particular dialogue that a nameless person had that basically said that people within the weight loss surgery community make these videos because we're all, or many of us, are narcissistic to some degree. We overshare. And we also, I guess, talk about problems or issues that could probably be better resolved within a small group setting or with counseling or therapy to some degree. And I guess part of me really does think that to a degree that is true. But I've always told myself that I made these videos because I found videos to be very helpful to me through this whole process, and I wanted to do the same for other people. And that is probably about 60% true. That is the reason I do this. But it is not entirely true. Because at the end of the day, I am inherently a lazy person. When left to my own devices, I'd rather let somebody else tackle it and go forth and do whatever. But throughout my life, there have been, I guess, a couple of situations that usually galvanize me to action. And one of those is usually I get so fed up with a particular thing or particular situation that I just feel forced to get up off my ass and actually do something about it. The second reason, or the second situation that time and time again gets me to act, is I feel like I have to find a creative outlet for the anger and frustration that I may feel with a particular situation, because one can't go through life beating bitches down. You just can't. No matter how badly you may want to, attorney fees and bail costs alone will bankrupt your ass. And that really, at the root of everything, once it's said and done, is why One Gorgeous Godzilla and this very channel were born in January of 2013. For those of you all who haven't seen every video I've ever made, that was essentially when I found out that there was a group of women that didn't even know me that delighted in making fun of me, the way I looked, my weight, and their pet name amongst themselves for me was Godzilla, which coincidentally is coming to a theater near you in the summer of 2014. But that pissed me off so much that I decided that I would do something about it, and because at the end of the day I could lose weight and they would continue to be vile bitches. So that was when I joined Weight Watchers, and that is also when I bought something called Julian Michaels Body Revolution. If you don't know what that is, it's like a 90-day P90X insanity type workout thingy. And I started this channel to document the 90 days. So the channel was only going to last 90 days. And it would document the transformation, the miracle that was going to happen while I did Weight Watchers and worked out. But as fate would have it, I only did a couple of updates before I had an automobile accident and couldn't work out at all for several months. And during that time, I just gained more and more weight. I was already at like 240 at that time. So, inactivity, sitting at home with nothing to do but eat, I gained some more weight. And I stopped making the videos altogether. But that was also while I was down when I started to consider weight loss surgery. I didn't think I'd still have this channel at that point. And I made one last video back like in the summer. To let the 15 people who followed me know, because I felt like I owed them that, at least. Even though they didn't know me from a can of paint and I didn't know them, I felt like I owed them that. So I I made a goodbye video where I basically told the people what had happened to me and that I was considering doing this surgery or having some sort of weight loss surgery. At the time, I was convinced I was going to have a lap band. I wanted it so bad. That's all I knew. I wanted a lap band. However, the premier weight loss surgeons of Memphis, they really were moving away from that. They were either doing RNY or sleeve. And they were really suggesting I do the sleeve. And so I got on YouTube to research what happens to people. I really came to YouTube looking for all of the negative things, to be honest. The reasons that, how can anybody live with a stomach the size of a banana? Won't you get emaciated? Won't you like basically waste away to nothing? Like, so I'm looking for all of the people who've either had these crazy complications or who have withered away to like shells of their former self. And and really, I really didn't find that. To my dismay, I didn't. But what I did find these videos to do, they actually gave me the courage to actually go through with the surgery, believe it or not. But there were all kinds of problems as I was going through all of these videos. But really, there weren't that many at that time. Either the people weren't around my age, and I would give, you know, a 5-year up or down window for around my age. If they were around my age, they really didn't look like me. They weren't women of color. They were, you know, they just had different life stories, different situations. And I just did not identify with the people that I was finding at that time. Until I came across a video from Less of Sarah. And I don't know what it was about her particular story, or just about her, but something about her videos really did resonate within me. It was like I heard it click that, yeah, you can do this. Yeah, you can have a normal life. There may be challenges, there may be struggles, but all in all, you're going to be fine, and you'll probably be so much better for it. And it's really ironic that now, even now, out of all of the people I subscribe to and I watch, she continues to be my all-time favorite. And maybe that was when I decided that I would try to make videos or document them to some degree, because I wanted to do that for somebody. But at that time, I only thought I'd do it up until like the actual surgery itself. I hadn't thought really beyond, like, okay, I'm back from the surgery and this is what it was like. I felt like that would be my contribution to the community, and that was going to be it. But funny thing happened. Out of all of those videos and all of those blogs and all of those chat groups, there were still all sorts of things that happened to me that I just wasn't ready for. I thought I was ready. I mean, how many hours can one spend on YouTube looking at this stuff? And it pissed me off. Another thing, pissed me off so much that I decided to make the cult classic, highly viewed week 3 video, things I wish I had known before I had surgery. That video will probably live on long after I leave YouTube and the weight loss surgery community or what have you. That video, it seems like everybody has seen it at some point. But anyway, I think that, yeah, that's why I started to make videos. And I really don't think that I overshare that many aspects of my life. I'm not one of those people that, you know, is doom or gloom. And really, I very rarely come across people who everything they say is a positive, wonderful thing. If your life is maxi pad commercial perfect, I just inherently distrust your authenticity and your credibility. It's automatically called into question. So I try my best to tell the good and the bad, because it's not all good and it certainly isn't bad, but you get a little bit of everything. And that's what I try to share. I try to share the things that would be helpful to you or beneficial to you in some way, even if it's just whatever. You know, you get the gist. That's after I made the week 3 video dealing with all of the negatives that I wish I'd known before surgery, something strange happened. You guys became my support system. But that motivation isn't what drives me to continue to make these videos, because I know that I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm just not. There's so many other people, there's so many other vloggers that talk about more interesting topics. They're just deeper people, what have you. But what motivates me to continue to make videos is the fact that I found I guess an audience of people that actually gets what I'm trying to say. In my real world, I only know one other person who's had this surgery. Maybe 2 people that have had this surgery. If you know about my friend that I had lunch with that I suspect had some sort of procedure. But really, I only have one person. My family is several hours away. Only a handful of friends in my real life know. And while they are supportive, they don't understand what I'm trying to say when I discuss how my stomach is always speaking in tongues to me. Or I really believe they're going to strangle me in my sleep if I say anything else about the frequency and nature of my burping situation. So it's so nice to have people that get what you're trying to say and that can identify with what you're trying to say to some degree. But why do I continue to make the videos? Well, again, it is, I guess, a result of me being frustrated with a particular situation. One of the reasons I continue to make videos was after finding people that I really did kind of identify with to some degree. They would make the most amazing videos, and then suddenly, poof, they like disappeared after like a couple of months. That pissed me off to the highest level of passivity. So much so that I said I'd continue to make these videos at least for the first year post-operatively. And that is essentially what I'm doing. Mind you, it's gotten harder and harder to continue to make these videos because the changes aren't as drastic as they used to be. They aren't as frequent as they used to be. But again, I was pissed. And so you guys are the beneficiaries, whether you want to be or not, of me being pissed off. My goal these days is honestly just to remain a contributing member of the weight loss surgery community without letting all of this stuff consume me. I want to live a life that is full, away and outside of this camera, in anybody's chat room or Facebook group. That is my true objective at the end of the day. But I also want to let people know what has been going on with me, because I became invested in a lot of people's journey through the course of my research, and I have a feeling that maybe the same thing is happening with other people as they watch me. I do appreciate everybody who has kept up with me and has supported me along the way. I don't know where I would be without you all, honestly. You guys encourage me, you discourage me, and all the same, I think I've come out so much better for it. I even want to give a special shout out to the one person who consistently dislikes my videos, whoever you may be. And really, for all I know, it may be like you guys take turns being the one that's going to dislike my video. I don't know. All I can say is I'm even grateful for you, because apparently one has not made it as a YouTube personality if you haven't acquired a hater or 2 along the way. So thanks. I sure do appreciate you just as much as the others that thumbs up me. So I think that's it. But that's why I make videos. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.